Hello Virgo, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the first half of August from the 1st through the 15th. General reading as always, guys. It will not resonate with every single person, so please do take from this what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I will, of course, include a link to all of the decks that you see here today, Virgo. So let's get right into this. These are the 3 decks that I've chosen this time around, starting off with the Sacred Karmic Shadow Work Oracle by one of my soul sisters, Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, if I can speak today, and my other soul sister, Angelic Revelation 144, Divine Domestic Soul Connections, Challenge Relationship Messages, because that's what we're focusing on here, challenges and shadows of your connection. All right, guys, and then we'll grab one card from the Moonology deck. All right, Virgo, so let's get this reading started. Let's see the direction that this is going to go. All right, angels and spirit guides for Virgo. And of course, as always, this can be for cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune into this reading. All right, first focus message, guys. What is it that you need to focus on at this time? I'm guided to this card here. Withdrawn. Okay, so maybe you're withdrawn at this time, or you're dealing with somebody who is withdrawn or is in this energy. We'll have to see how the rest of the messages pick up off of that vibe. And I mean, if you're already resonating with that for yourself, that you've been withdrawn when it comes to a particular connection or person, you already know it. And if they've been ghosting you, if they've ignored you, you haven't heard from this person, it could be the other person that's withdrawn. Okay, so from my Soul Sisters deck, let's grab a dialogue message from here. Again, this is challenged relationship messages. Okay, let's grab this one. We are both awakened to this journey of unconditional love and have shared our deepest desires for the future we want to build together. When we have any challenges, we should communicate about our triggers in a healthy way by having open and honest discussions rather than avoiding them at all costs, which is great, you know. But if you've got one person here who's withdrawn, they are avoiding the issues. They are avoiding perhaps having these discussions and going through this awakening in order to tackle the more difficult aspects of the connection, you know. So it really does go together. That's what's presenting itself here and why it's coming up as a challenge, as a focus message for this reading, Virgo. Okay, so let's grab one card from the Moonology deck and then we'll continue and we'll add some additional cards, of course. We're just getting started here. All right, Virgo, what else? Guided to this card. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. This is the full moon in Pisces. So for some of you guys, you might also be focused on a Pisces individual, and that there is this need to balance this area, spirituality and practicality. Okay, so again, we'll have to see how that plays a part in the overall message of this reading. All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper, as we like to do. So I'm going to start things off with the Pining Rose Love Oracle deck by my friend Amy of Calico Moon. I use her deck quite a lot, as you may have noticed during my readings. It's an awesome deck, but you know, there are so many incredible deck creations from so many amazing people, and I've been blessed to have connected with some pretty amazing creators here. All right, angels and spirit guides for Virgo. What else do we need to know here? We have this forbidden energy. So there is a situation that's forbidden, that's off limits. Maybe that's why someone's withdrawn. If you happen to be feminine energy, Virgo, I do pick this up for my divine feminines. It could be you that is withdrawn because you knew heading into this situation that something was off limits. And maybe that's why either yourself or the person you're focused on is withdrawn as well, you know? So whatever side of the fence you fall on when it comes to this. We've got vows, okay? So some of you guys were married. So this is turning into what appears to be a third-party situation here, guys. Very clearly communicating that already, because a forbidden energy is something, you know, it's like cautioning you. It's like, don't do it. It's like you should see the red flags that are trying to grab your attention. And right next to vows, broken promises, vows that were broken as a result of somebody entering into a third-party situation, a relationship, a connection that was off limits. So I'm not surprised to see karmic partner popping up. Karmic partner, third-party situations. No wonder someone's withdrawn. No wonder, you know, this has been a very challenging situation. Okay, so we have a separation. Just these 4 cards right here, Virgo. It says so much. This tells a story already. You guys are in separation. Whoever it is you're focused on for this reading, you're in separation because boundaries were crossed. Lines were crossed. And this is confirmation of the separation. Yes, you're not together. However, this is the next card, the 1. Whoever it is that you are in separation from, Virgo, you feel this is the person for you. And I know y'all have heard me say this before. For Virgo readings, if it triggers you somehow, guys, you know, because you keep hearing the same story over and over. And I've actually heard Angela from Mystic Moon mention this. If a reading keeps repeating the same storyline, and if it's triggering you rather than helping you, perhaps it's time to detach from listening to stuff like that because it's not helping. So, if you're new to my channel, this is what's going on. Virgo, you entered into a situation, a relationship that was forbidden. More than likely, you were either in a committed partnership or you were married. The person that represents this third party and or karmic partner, you ended up developing some real feelings for this person. You fell in love with this person, they fell in love with you. In your heart of hearts, you feel this is the one for you. You hold the key to their heart, they hold the key to yours. But you guys are not together because we've got vows here that were made before you met this person. So what I'm feeling here is that more than likely it is you, Virgo, who had to withdraw from this situation because you were already committed elsewhere. But that does not mean that you do not have love for this person that you had to detach from. It does not mean that in your heart of hearts you have separated yourself from that person. You might have had to separate in the 3D, but the 5D is a whole nother story. And that's just a repetitive storyline that keeps popping up for my Virgos. If you watch enough of my videos for Virgo, it keeps popping up. Untouchable. See? Forbidden, untouchable. That's because it's off limits. This is something that should not have ever transpired. Let's just put it that way. But it was that type of connection where you were just so drawn to one another. You are my light. This is how they see you. This is how you see them. We've got 2 flames here. So for some of you, you could certainly identify with a twin flame connection. Soul level. That's how you guys connect. So, you know, it does not matter that there's a physical separation here, because in the mental space, in the emotional space, you guys are still here, still connecting on that soul level. You might have been withdrawn in 3D, in the 5D, the connection is still very much alive, and this just confirms it right here. Third party situation, you see? But there's this need to wait. For whatever reason, Virgo, if this is something you resonate with, you already know why you have to wait. Because the timing is off. So during this time, you got to focus on you. That's self-love, you know? Perhaps this is that time to take advantage of this, to find balance within yourself, and to balance spirituality and practicality, as it says. It's not over. You might be in separation from this person, but it's not over. You guys love each other. They love you, you love them. They're still pining for you, you're pining for them. I mean, you guys are still wanting each other. That is what I'm picking up here. This has been such a difficult situation for some of you. And there's a part of your heart space that is still holding on to this. And as the very first line of this card reads, we are both awakened to this journey of unconditional love. Yeah. And have shared our deepest desires for the future we want to build together. And that could certainly be the case. Conversations that you guys have had where you discuss this, and boom, you guys had to go into separation. And the second half of this message, when we have any challenges, we should communicate about our triggers in a healthy way by having open and honest discussions. How can you have that, though, when you are perhaps unable to speak to this person? Since it's forbidden, it is off limits. And if you are with someone who's very much aware of the situation, obviously they are. That's why there's a separation here. It's not like you could just pick up the phone and say, hey, how's it going? It's been a while. No. Because this is where you're at. This is where you have to dedicate your time and your energy to the person that you're with, rather than the person that you desire. But the thing is, Virgo, if you are in an unhappy marriage, in an unhappy relationship, you got to question yourself and ask, why are you there? Because you can't make this other person the excuse to stick around, you know? It's like, why are you in an unhappy relationship, basically? If that applies, of course. If you're in love with somebody else, but you're already in a committed relationship, but you're not happy in that committed relationship, perhaps it's time to reevaluate that and close the door on that chapter of your life. Because perhaps you are in separation from the wrong person. Just maybe. So let's add to this. Let's see what else here. This is the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. What else do we need to know here for Virgo? In love and life, first half of August, focusing on challenges and what's in the shadows of your connection. and how to possibly overcome these challenges and overcome what you've been through. Deja vu, past life, karmic lessons, repeated patterns. So this karmic partner, perhaps you guys have reconnected in this lifetime because there are lessons that have been left unlearned from a past life. And until those lessons are learned, Virgo, it's going to keep popping up. Just like this storyline for my readings, it's going to keep popping up until those lessons are learned. You know, I'm just the messenger. I'm just telling you what's coming through here. But you have the power to stop this story and to switch it up and to change directions, to create movement and change so that you can find the fulfillment and happiness that you're looking for with the person you really want to be with, rather than being in a relationship just going through the motions and being miserable. You know, and maybe for some of you guys, you're sticking around for the financial security or just the comfortability of being with this person so long, whatever the reason is as to why you're refusing or unable to detach from a committed partnership where you're not happy. Because there's somebody else out there who is the one for you. You love them, they love you, but you guys are not together. We've got despair, falling apart, sinking, hopeless. Maybe that's how you're feeling without this person, or that's how they're feeling without you. You are my light. That's how they see you. You're that light in their darkness. We have concealing here, which I'm not surprised because we've got third party. So there was a point in time, since this is forbidden, this is an untouchable connection and lines were crossed. So yeah, there were secrets that were kept here. So you guys might have been sneaking around. You might have been hiding the relationship. But at the end of the day, the jig is up, you know. We have running coming through here, ghosting, disappearing, invisible, falling right below third party. So, you know, for some of you guys, you haven't seen this person in a very long time. They might have blocked you on social media, or they just dropped off the face of the earth. That's for some of you guys. And there's a part of you still that's pining for this person, or part of this running energy is because they're afraid perhaps to create any more drama in your life. Some of you guys might have dealt with somebody who realized they should never have crossed that line. But the thing is, there's love here, okay? That's what I'm picking up. There's love that's being reciprocated from the two of you. Even if there is a physical separation here, there's love here that's being exchanged. And you see how we've got established here? This is family, triumph, and security. There's a home here that you share with someone already, Virgo. Some of you guys have children together. There's a family dynamic here. That is why you choose to stay, perhaps. And for some of you, this is where your security is. Whether that is financial, whether that is just a situation where you're comfortable and maybe you're afraid to see where this thing could go with the other person. And then we have avoiding, okay, blocking, escaping, pushing away. So yeah, I do feel for some of you guys, this other person might have blocked you on social media, or they're pushing you away because they know that this is a forbidden situation. And that could be reversed too. It could be you who's pushing them away and who has blocked them on social media or blocked them out of your life, you know, trying to focus on what is in front of you, which is for some of you guys, a committed partnership or a marriage that you're already in. But, you know, this continues to influence you. Another reference to third parties, you see? Dark attachments, third parties, karmic partner. It's all intertwined into this relationship, into this connection. But look at this. You've got confessions that are coming through here, Virgo. Unexpected message, unveiling and justification. Okay? So I have a feeling here you might ultimately hear from this person unexpectedly. It could be in the form of a text, a message, on social media, an email, some form of communication where you will eventually hear from them, you know, and maybe that's what you're waiting for. You might just get it. It might just come to pass. So we're going to have to add some tarot to this. This is the Sacred Secrets of the Heart Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. I've got so many decks here that I really, there's so many names I gotta remember and memorize. But yeah, this is another amazing deck by my soul sister, Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Check out her deck creations on her channel if you haven't already. So Virgo, let's see what else in this situation here, in love and life, the challenges, the shadows, first half of August. And I get that this, once again, is a very specific storyline, guys. So if it's not your story, I apologize, but that is what's coming through here. Oh, God. You guys. Virgo. Third party. See? There's no question. Three of Pentacles. Third party. Pentacles is your own energy. It's earth energy. Wow. You've got the moon right after it. Fear. Hidden emotions. The moon's energies is tapped into deception, lies, secrets, infidelities. It's here. You know, we already know. Third party references keep popping up. Damn. The moon is also tapped into illusions, confusion, you know, so maybe some of you guys are withdrawn for that very reason because you just don't know what to do. You're caught between a rock and a hard place here. But the only way for this to move forward, and when I say move forward, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come back together or culminate in a reconciliation. Just move forward in however way you need to in your life, Virgo. Because the moon is letting you know that it's time to take action. Whatever that action is for you, whatever feels right for you. If you're anxious, if you're paranoid about this whole situation, if you're afraid, if you're in a dark place over what's happened here, you need to address that. And sometimes that's the very thing that we're withdrawing away from. It's like, oh no, that's uncomfortable. I don't want to deal with that. But you have to. And that's what this card is all about. You know, when we have any challenges, we should communicate about our triggers in a healthy way by having open and honest discussions rather than avoiding them at all costs. Amen. You can't avoid it. You can't keep sweeping it under the rug. You can't keep ignoring it. Otherwise, hello, deja vu. It's going to keep popping up. You can try to run from this lesson, but it's going to keep popping up. Yep. So rather than fighting the lesson, Virgo, it's time to learn it so that you can change the patterns, get off the merry-go-round, you know? Because the moon, even though it's challenging, it's got good aspects to it too. There's that light, okay? You are the light, and sometimes you got to be the light for yourself. If you're not getting it from your person, you got to be the light for yourself. If you are in darkness, you can be the light for yourself. You can illuminate the path forward for you. So, if what you're needing here is healing, the moon can help you with that. You just have to get onto the right side of the moon and the right side of this energy to get that to happen. You have the potential to make it through this, Virgo, to still be very successful, not just in your love life, but just life in general, you know. And I know for some of you guys, this has been weighing very heavily on you like a freaking anvil. But that's because you might be avoiding the lesson. The moment you learn it, the moment you address it, the moment you face your fears, you know, I get it. It's like you're afraid, you might be anxious and not wanting to walk through that door to learn the lesson. But the moment you do, it's a huge weight off your shoulders, I feel. And that's what's going to bring you back into balance. And just as I was saying that, look at the next card. Two of Pentacles, which is more of your own energy, Virgo. Balancing choices. That's because there's this need to bring your life back into balance. You're ultimately the only one that can do that. If this person that you're in separation from is out of the picture, if they've ghosted you, if they're avoiding you, if they've blocked you because they're afraid themselves, then you need to bring your own life back into balance. That is your choice to make. And part of the energy too of the Two of Pentacles is that you might be doing too much right now. Too much for too many people instead of just focusing on you. You know, maybe that's contributing to the challenges too, because you don't want to face your fears. You don't want to face what's difficult. So rather than doing that, you're throwing your energies into helping so many other people with their issues and their challenges that you're forgetting your own, or you're just not facing it. We've got the Emperor right here. So if you guys have children with your spouse, your committed partner, the Emperor represents a father figure here. You know, we already have the family right here, a home that's established. This could be your spouse. This could be your divine masculine right here. I mean, these cards really. Seven of Cups, Virgo. Illusions, fantasies, having choices, too many options. Third-party situations, that's what led to that, I feel, for some of you guys. Cups is water, so for some of you, it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Seven of Cups, illusions, fantasies. This person definitely lured you in, you know, because the attraction was incredible. It was very magnetic. But the thing is, it was forbidden right from the start. You know, so the thing is too, it's a done deal. It's in the past. You can't go back and change that. There was already infidelity. There was a third-party situation. It keeps popping up here. So we can't dispute that. It's a part of the challenge. It's a part of what's keeping you in the shadows. And truly, you can get yourself out of the shadows by being your own light. We've got the Death card coming through here. Transformation time. For some of you, your person is a Scorpio. Something needed to end. It was the end of the road. In order to have a new beginning in your life, something needed to end. More than likely, the attachment to the karmic or third party that needed to end. We have a separation card here, so you're not with them anymore. But what's preventing transformation here, Virgo, is that you love this person. You know, it's almost like you're hindering your own progress because you don't want to transform, because part of your transformation is going to take you away from this person. But the reality of it is they're gone already. They're not a part of your 3D world. So allow yourself to go through this transformation that this death card is offering you. Yes, you might be afraid, but you got to just have the courage to go through it. You got to go through the changes. And yes, you could have certainly had some amazing times and memories with this person, but there's a reason why you're in separation. But that's in the past. It's a done deal, you know? It's nice to revisit the past. You just can't live in the past. So it's time to move on from it. And I get that this relationship, it had to go. And it would be so much easier if you guys didn't love each other. It would be so much easier if it was just all about sex. Just all about a friends with benefits situation. But that's not what this is. That's not what it is. So we've got the Temperance card here, bringing it all together, okay? So the Temperance card, integration, balance, which is what you need, and it's also a card of having patience, which is why we have this card, waiting. You gotta wait. You can't rush your healing journey. You can't force yourself to make a decision before you're ready. So you can restore harmony and balance in your life, Virgo, but it's going to take time. It takes time to heal. It takes time to process. It takes time to learn lessons. Now, an added interpretation of the Temperance card is a reconciliation. It's possible. They might be ghosting you now. They might have blocked you. But that doesn't mean they don't think about you, Virgo. That doesn't mean they don't want you. That doesn't mean they're not attracted to you still. They might just be doing you a favor by staying out of your life. But if you're unhappy, if you are in an unhappy relationship right now, you have the power to walk away from that. You have the power to end that relationship in order for you to have the transformation that you need to be free to love who you want to love. If you want this person, you know what you got to do. Possible reconciliation right here. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen this year, possibly. I'm not feeling it for this year. But as far as communication, at least, or healing from this and moving on from this, it's possible, you know? And the Temperance energy is Sagittarius season. So November, December might be what you're looking at as far as communication, movement, lessons learned, hearing from this person, reconnecting with this person, or finally making a decision in your life to close one chapter, an unhappy relationship, just to be able to be free to make decisions for yourself to move forward. If moving forward brings you back into this person's life, if the timing's right, great. But you also have the potential to just move on and just be free. If you're not in a happy relationship, if you're committed to something that does not fulfill you, perhaps it's time to revisit that and really break free from it. That's a part of the self-love. To love yourself enough to know when it's time to walk away from something that isn't serving a purpose in your life any longer. You got to be true to you. That's it. So, for some of you, this person that you're focused on for this reading, Virgo, this person is a lost love. Okay, so I'm going to turn to my Soul Sisters deck. A connection lost somewhere in time. I'm sure you guys have seen me use this deck before if you're familiar with my channel. I'm just guided to use it here because the love is here and it hurts you to be in separation from this person. So let's see what they have to say. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Virgo, a connection lost somewhere in time. By Angelic Revelation 144. So what are the messages from your person here, Virgo? Or some of these messages could be from you to them. And as always, take whichever one you're most guided towards. Oh, geez, I try to forget. The truth is, we made so many beautiful memories. How could I ever forget you? Exactly. That's part of the struggle. That's part of the challenge. It's hard to forget somebody that you love, you know? And it might not have entered your life in the best way, which is by way of a third-party situation, but your heart has love for this person, and it's near impossible for you to forget them. And they're not going to forget you either. If you've ever thought about them forgetting you, no, they're not going to ever forget you. You made such an impact on this person's life. If you guys never ever see each other again in this lifetime, just know that they won't ever forget you. They won't. Look at this next card. We've got devastation. I always knew that losing you would devastate me. Despite the risk, I loved you fearlessly, hoping that our time together would make up for the pain your loss would eventually bring. Wow. And I do feel for some of you, you relate to that. And this person could be feeling this way too, that they're devastated not having you in their life. But you guys had to detach. Next card, you are my inspiration. So even from a distance, Virgo, even if this inspiration is happening in the fifth dimension, it's still happening. You have been my greatest teacher and have inspired me in so many ways. Thank you. So you help this person to grow, to mature, to be a better person. And you continue to inspire them to this day. Look at this, the light of my life. See, told you. You were everything good in my life, my hope for a better future. All hope felt lost. Without you, I fell into darkness. Exactly. You represent the light. The light of my life. That is how they see you. That is how they see you, Virgo, I'm telling you. But as I mentioned, it's important for you to be your own light in your own life too. You can create illumination in parts of your life that are in darkness. Okay? So let's add to this. Let's add to this. So I wanted to grab a message or two from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. And love and life for the first half of August. When it comes to the challenges and shadows of your connection, your love connection, and how it's impacting your life. Angels and spirit guides, what needs to come through here for Virgo? What else? Declaration, okay? And as you can see from that tattoo, it says, I love you. Fear, shyness, apprehension, hesitation, uncertainty, rejection, anxiety. It stops us from saying it, but it's always so nice to hear it from the one who matters most to your heart. So maybe you guys never had a chance to declare to each other these 3 darn words, I love you. But it's coming through in this reading, Virgo. They do. They might be afraid to tell you. Maybe for fear that you might reject them somehow. But they love you, and I feel you love them too. Look at this next message. Locked out. Please let me in. I can't be there for you the way you want me to be if you don't let me in. I know you've been hurt in the past, but that's not me. I'm here for you to heal that broken heart of yours. Please tear down these walls you've built around us. Let me in. So this could either be you saying this or your person saying this. You know, because again, we've got this avoiding energy, okay? Blocking, escaping, pushing away. We'll grab a couple more. Look at this. Heartbreak. I can't handle this pain anymore. It's tearing me into a million pieces. My heart is on the floor. I can't eat. I can't sleep. It's too much. Too overwhelming. Let me just go to sleep and never wake up. I'll never recover from this grief, this heartbreak. I can't go on. Some of you guys, perhaps you feel this way. Especially when it first happened, when you guys wanted a separation. It was devastating. It was painful. And that has already been communicated through this card. And I feel you both went through your own separate journeys of how to process this pain. Some of you guys might have even dealt with a person that tried to numb their pain through drugs or even alcohol, just drinking too much. Look at this next card, Kismet. You and I were 2 lost souls destined to meet in this lifetime. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns or choices we've made before we came into each other's lives. All that matters is that in the end, we got it right. We found each other. So maybe when you guys connected, this is exactly how you describe the connection. Like it was kismet. You guys were destined. You were meant to meet in this lifetime. But remember, there are also karmic lessons that need to be learned. And maybe you guys have met each other in a past lifetime also. And because the lessons remain unlearned, that's why it keeps popping up. It depends on how many lifetimes you guys have connected before. All right, one last card here. Someday. You only see the part of me that I let you see. The tough exterior, the poker face, no sign of the hurt that you put me through. I'm never going to let you see how fragile I still am on the inside. That there's still a part of me working on healing and my personal growth. I'll be okay without you eventually. Okay, so this is quite the journey that some of you guys have been on, Virgo. So whichever one of these best resonates with what you're going through when it comes to the separation from your person, it has not been easy whatsoever. But if you simply allow yourself to, first of all, love yourself, take care of you, and focus on moving forward rather than living in the past of what you guys had before. Because for some of you guys, part of what the future has in store is a potential for a reconciliation. That doesn't apply to everyone, but it is coming through for some of you. But there's work that clearly needs to be done here, and there are lessons that definitely need to be learned. And until those lessons are learned, Virgo, it will continue to be elusive. So it starts today. Learn the lesson today so that these repeated patterns will be a thing of the past. Truly. It'll be a thing of the past and you can move on from it. All right. So let's close this out, guys, with some final messages from your guardian angels. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo to close out this reading for the first half of August. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, what are your final thoughts and messages? Bottom of the deck, star, love it. We have a positive outcome here. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes. Whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. Absolutely. And that comes back down to these lessons that need to be learned. In order to manifest that positive outcome, this is a part of what it is that you need to do, as well as loving yourself. And lastly, you've got the star card coming through. Not only is it an amazing card in tarot, but you've also got the star card here. Believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Exactly. You are the light, Virgo. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget you are truly a shining star. And I know that that is how your person sees you too. Okay? They try to forget, but they won't be able to. Because you're unforgettable. You represent the light in their life. They know it. And you got to be the light for yourself. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this reading. So much to take in here. And if this resonated with you, I do hope that this offered you the advice that you could use at this time. And again, guys, if you're interested in a personal reading at this time, all I've got left at this point are mini readings. The basic and the full-length ones are fully booked, but the rest of that information that you'll need to schedule a reading with me, it's all on my website, and that info is down below in the description box. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.